For these case studies, we're going to talk about two animals that have really amazing sustainability with their muscles and how they can sustain activity for such a great amount of time. The first animal we'll talk about is the pronghorn antelope, and this animal is uniquely adapted for sustained aerobic exercise. Unlike other mammals that are known for their high rates of speed, the muscles of antelopes continue aerobic catabolism, so that you're going to continue just normal cellular respiration rather than converting to anaerobic glycolysis. So they're not going to build up lactic acid like humans would. Animals that run out of oxygen and must convert to anaerobic glycolysis fatigue much faster than antelopes. Antelopes' muscles have more muscle mass than animals of the same weight, and their muscle fibers can have more than twice the number of mitochondria than similar sized animals. That's a lot of extra mitochondria. Finally, antelope have large lungs, which increases the VO2 max. The VO2 max of antelopes is 4 times higher than it should be for an animal of its size. Overall, the antelope is highly adapted for prolonged running to avoid predation. Our next case study is the albatross. And albatrosses are unique because they stay at sea for a great period of time. But it's not that their muscles are adapted, but it's how they use their bodies and their wings to stay aloft. They do have enormous wings, and you can see that here. This is a royal albatross taken from the South Island in New Zealand, where they breed. And albatross will only come to shore to breed, and they'll stay at sea for up to 6 years in between breeding. And when they studied how they stay at sea, they found that albatross have a really unique way to fly, where they gain height by angling their wings while flying into the wind, and then they turn and swoop along for about 100 meters. So they're using thermals to keep them aloft. They were recorded as flying at speeds as high as 67 miles per hour, again using these thermals. And by repeatedly using this method, they can travel thousands of miles depending on the wind conditions. One albatross was recorded at flying over 13,000 miles in 46 days. So they can fly an enormous amount of distance in short periods of time. But they're not just simply being blown, they're actually flying, but they're using the thermals and the wind to assist in their speed. And some have coined this type of flying as dynamic soaring. While they remain at sea for long periods of time, they will rest on the sea surface, and they are feeding on small schooling fish and squid. They can't dive very deep and they can't swim underwater, but they will collect food from the surface. And it's just more proof that albatross are just highly adapted for their unique environment.